Well, I always felt like I had to be special to make him love me. I wanted him to care about me. My dad used to tell me I was so stupid, nobody would ever love me. The only time I ever got any reaction from him was when I was bad. I was like a chameleon, if you will. I changed however you wanted me to be. That's the way I was. My mother was kind of a doormat. My dad walked all over, and I looked for men just like that. I was 16 when I left home, and I was searching for love in all the wrong places, if you will. I got married at 16, had a very tumultuous relationship, in and out of separation, and I had already picked up alcohol and started to drink. That was my answer to all the problems in my life. I couldn't admit that was my problem. Something else was wrong in my life. I literally crawled into the doors of Alcoholics Anonymous. My 11th day of sobriety was white-knuckling. I wanted to drink really bad, and I went out in my backyard. I sat out there in the dark by myself, and I just said that prayer that I'd said many times before. And I said, God help me. And he did. I went from day 11 to day 12 to day 13, and so on, so on, so on. I went to work in Las Vegas, and I met and married my third husband. I guess I thought it was, going to be the answer. That was the panacea to everything that I thought was wrong in my life was going to be fixed by this marriage. I just went from one bad spot to another bad spot. He was withdrawing from me, and the more he withdrew, the more I went after him. So I was kind of chasing after him. I couldn't drink at him, I couldn't drug at the situation, so I gambled. And I was sitting in the casino 10, 12, 14 hours a day, gambling his money that he was out there making. And I was on the freeway, and I just felt, I don't think I'd ever felt so low. And I wanted to just drive into the overpass. And I came this close. And I remember thinking, Linda, God did not bring you this far to drop you now. He still had me. In looking back in the movie of my life, I still am, I'm kind of in awe that I've been shown all this mercy. Everything I have has come from God. Everything. My will has gotten me into some terrible spots, doing what I wanted to do. But when we sing that song and I sing, I'm a child of God, I truly feel that way. And I'm blessed. I have a good father. And I think, I was looking for that for a long, long time. And I was gone almost 40 years to the day from Iowa. And I read an article in the newspaper about Harmony, and they were speaking to Andrew Weiss, the pastor at that time. What touched me was he mentioned Celebrate Recovery. I felt like I didn't have to impress anybody. Nobody was awed or disappointed in the fact that I was in recovery. I was welcomed in, and I felt the love immediately. And I have a home with this church. I do. I have a church family. I'm committed. I'm committed to Harmony now. All in.